short like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG.
Yo, back at it like a crack addict. You know what time it is? It's the Masterclass Podcast, episode 137. I go by the name of OG Triple OG Samye. I'm hanging out with the head nigga in charge. You know what time it is?
You already know. You already know. The
Mr.
Beast Rand God in the building. We're out here. We're out here.
Word up, man. The tapes are done now, no? The Beast Rand tapes. People been asking me.
No, I'm gonna drop the last one probably next year, Feb. Volume 6, and then that's it.
And that's it, man.
Yeah.
So keep sending your music, yo. Keep sending it in, bro. Otherwise, you're nice. You are having a good hip hop week.
I'm good. Shout out to Casper. Zone 6 on Saturday. We're celebrating 10 years of Tulufelo.
Yeah.
Dope show. You
Were you
know.
there?
Yeah. I was there. And that got me thinking, man, that 2014 was actually a dope year for hip hop, because we just celebrated 10 years of Levels, aka and this week KO is celebrating 10 years of Skanda Republic.
Yep.
All these albums date back to 2014.
Yeah. I'm sure that's why people say it's the golden era.
Yeah.
Some people are still stuck in 2014. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
that was crazy, man. That was crazy.
These tribute shows, these 10-year anniversary shows, the way they get so packed, and like KO's one's probably going to be nice. It's happening soon.
Yeah.
Mega's also is dope.
Oh, yeah.
Casper's is dope. Do you feel they are the people that attend that are like new hip hop heads, or it's the old niggas who've been here since 2013, 2014?
It's a mixture of everyone, man, because like heads from 2014 and the new heads along the way, because those are the three most consistent cats in the past 10 years: Casper, KO, and AKA. So they do have like new fans.
Did they do like a one-man show, or did they like invite like the Quelas and the young dudes, the Tony Dayimane?
You know the meaning of one-man show in South Africa,
which is there's a
long ass lineup. Yeah,
lineup for days. Shout out to Touchline as well. He had also.
I missed that one. I missed that one at Untitled in Braamfontein. I'm sure it was dope.
Apparently so, from the videos that I've seen. It's really cool to see homies do that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I always ask myself though, you budget happy for that. Like, niggas, it seems like there's a little bit of money in hip hop. I mean, homies are doing one-man shows. I'm seeing sponsorship. Last week or 2 weeks ago, Saturday, they did the hip hop floor with Sprite. Shout out to DJ Speedster for that.
Yeah.
That was packed as well.
Yeah.
So it seems like someone is looking out for the hip hop space right now in terms of letting us throw these parties and create like new and better platforms.
No, shout out to hip hoppers. It's us who kept it there. It's us who kept it alive. You know, when the naysayers were saying hip hop is dead, we were like, nah, fuck that shit.
They're still talking shit.
Yeah,
they're still talking shit.
But they can't deny it. I don't even know what's happening with American hip hop, because there's a lot
There's
happening
so much.
here.
There's a lot of new music that's coming out. You know, like I'm saying, it's something we've said before, like way back in our pods, is that for South African hip hop to be where it needs to be 2014 kind of shit, it's on how we consume the music.
Yeah.
Like if we support homies, they have no choice but to follow us. I'm talking the sponsorships and like just branding and things like that. They will follow where the people are. So if we are just like, you know what, fuck hip hop, I'm gonna be on the hottest thing, that's whatever's hot right now.
And the numbers are there. Like, and the numbers are there. Usmamane has just reached 10 million streams. You know, he's the third artist to reach 10 million streams within a calendar year. You know, after Java and Big Zulu, then Usmamane also reached and after Java and AKA. And then Usmamane is the third one to do that.
Yeah, where those naysayers now, huh?
Yeah.
Where y'all at now?
you know what I mean? So even the numbers are, it's not just hype. Even the numbers are there.
There's something, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't think it's where it's supposed to be. But I am more happier this year in terms of where we are than I was the same time last year. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of doubts in terms of what are we gonna do? Why are these niggas not sponsoring us? But like, look at it now.
I think 2024 has been the best year for hip hop since COVID.
2024 since COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what, 2018, 19?
COVID was 2020 and 2021. since the lockdown.
Which was bad for hip hop.
Yeah.
2022 wasn't the greatest. Last year was shaky.
Hence I'm saying 2024 is the best year.
Yeah, I mean, if we're clocking 10 million streams, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see where the homies are. I'm seeing a lot of new music is dropping. So, I mean, as long as we're getting music, we will listen to it. You know? Don't be discouraged
most
by
definitely.
the naysayers. Fuck the naysayers.
You know, we're out here.
Word.
Yeah.
I see tomorrow, Summers is happening. Who you think is taking it? For hip-hop, best hip-hop. We've got
if everything was like based on the quality of music, and if the awards were free and fair, I would give it to Pretty Ugly, Dust.
Why you say free and fair? You saying niggas?
No, because there's labels involved, pulling strings. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, you know. But I would give it to Pretty Ugly, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Nasty also has a good chance. And now we're only saying this because we know how this works, right?
Yeah.
And Pretty and Nasty are two different levels when it comes to what the label can do for them.
Yeah.
So I think it's not even going to be about which one we like, but it's going to be about maybe which one probably had the most impact between those two in this category. But good luck to everyone who's involved.
Yeah.
Summers, we're going to be out there. So if peeps you, come through, give you a shot.
Whoever takes it though, like it's I'm cool with.
Man, I hate that attitude as well. Like, I wish you were more excited about it. Like, even now, it's just like, you're fine. So it doesn't even give that credibility anymore.
No, if Pretty takes it, I wouldn't complain. If Nasty takes it, I wouldn't complain.
If anyone in that category takes it, you cool.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear a lot of Flame. I'm not sure about that. You know, it could be a dope album that was slapped on. With Big Hash, that's R&B. I don't know how it got nominated because even when you check on the DSPs, it's under R&B soul.
Okay.
You know,
even though it's a good album, but I don't know if
it's a good album, not a hip hop album.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
So
it's gonna be quite a close one.
It's gonna be a close one.
It's gonna be a close one. I saw also internationally. There's this hip hop artist. I just forgot his name now. He's not a hip hop artist, but he came out and said that he's not a hip hop artist. White boy. He's got a big song. Forgot the name of the song. But where I'm going with that is that it's like with the Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
What happens when they put the wrong people in those categories, and why does that happen? Because that guy's might be a Macklemore situation at the Grammys.
I think it's the labels, because you submit. There's the submission forms where you write your category. So it's not their fault. It's the people who submitted who were intentional. You know, probably they saw that R&B or soul or Afro soul is tough competition. Yeah. Let's try this one.
It's actually quite crazy how it's not even up to you as the artist where they categorize your music. If the label feels like we're gonna enter this into best contemporary over Amapiano, they do that. You don't really have much of a say.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man. But award season,
you know how many awards Amaroto won as best Kwaito? They kept on saying they doing Amapiano.
They said it themselves.
Yeah,
that's the same situation.
Of doing Amapiano, but they kept winning Kwaito.
Best Kwaito.
Yeah, best Kwaito.
Is that category still there? Best Kwaito.
It's still there. Yeah.
Damn. I wonder who's rocking that Kwaito live. And there are some niggas who still fuck with that Kwaito. Like, it'll never die.
It will never die. It will never die.
You know?
You cannot say just because Lucky Dube passed on, there's no reggae anymore.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Fans are still there.
There's still people that ride with it. That's how Casper and then fill up Zone 6 again.
Yeah, you know.
I found that quite insane for him.
You know, it's crazy.
Like, we as consumers of the music will fuck with you even if you don't have nothing new that's hot, which is, I think, the cornerstone foundation of hip-hop coming into a space where we're going to be too nice. Anything else catch your eye this week?
Not necessarily, but I just want to complain about something. I want to complain about exploitation by these companies or organizations that do music workshops and music conferences.
Okay.
They exploit people a lot, especially the experts on the panel. They don't pay. Like, I think I've done 4 already. They're telling me they don't have a budget. You see, they have like 8 sponsors on the flyer. You know, they book an expensive venue. They give 200 people, they buy food for 200 people. They're going to tell you, we don't have a budget. What do you mean you don't have a budget? You know, the last ones I spoke to, I was like, okay, I'm coming from like 40 kilometers away. The least you could do is petrol. You expect me to spend my money to come to your event that you're not paying me for at my expense. You know, so these people have been doing this. It's been a tendency. You know, they act like they care about the artist while they exploit people in the music business. They just act the opposite of what they're preaching.
Yeah.
You know, don't believe when they say, we've been doing this for 10 years, for 20 years. That's 20 years of exploitation, of exploiting people. We know you have a budget. We can see all the sponsors on the flyer. We can see the venue with the big screen and the projectors and everything there that was paid for except for the panelists. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know, you're gonna lose people. You're gonna end up having people who are not experts on the field. Because you're cutting corners. You're saving that money for yourselves.
Preach, brother. Preach. This is something we've been seeing for years.
We've been seeing for years and nobody's addressing it.
And it's
all these so-called organization, what? You see the
music festival, music workshop.
Yeah. You see the Samro sticker there, the Sampra sticker there, the Standard Bank sticker there, the FNB logo on the flyer. Are you telling me those people are just there for the vibes?
Facts.
Come on. We know you have a budget. You didn't buy that food from your own pocket. You didn't book that venue from your own pocket. You know.
Yeah. Look, it's just, you know, niggas doing what niggas do, man.
Yeah.
Trying to skim some money off the top. You know, I know that I've got a budget and I'm the organizer of this.
You're trying to save up for yourself.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what, Rashid is my boy. We do the Masterclass podcast. Let me call him.
Like, don't worry, I'll call Rashid, I'll call Sleeker, they will pull up. And then you keep all that money.
Because whoever gave you, Standard Bank or whoever gave you that budget, they just expect to see people.
And you're still gonna invoice these people as if you paid us.
Facts. And then they just take whatever they need to take. That just goes down to these brands and the people.
Rather stop doing these workshops if you don't have a budget or you don't want to pay people. Why are you doing this thing if you don't have a budget?
Dog, they do have the budget. And
they do have the budget. These motherfuckers do have a budget. They've got
the money, but there's a way to do this as well. You know what I mean? Like, some of them, it's always like a cash grab. You know, because they're gonna do this festival. It's like you're saying, you don't really care about the artist. You're gonna do one workshop in Sandton where no one can even get there. Really, the people that you want to speak to, they can't even get there themselves. And then you're gonna leave the artist just like that. So after the workshop, there's nothing for the artist. There's nothing. You come there, Rashid. You go there for free. You talk. But then nothing happens after.
Yeah, and they found a new cash cow. There's people who focus on music workshops. What else do you do besides this thing? You know,
there's money, dog. It's a money grab.
There's money there.
It's a money grab, man. I don't blame niggas for doing it because niggas is niggas. But it is going to come and bite you in the ass eventually. People like Bo Rashid, myself, you know, even Bo Slaker and them, I don't think they're gonna come and do that for free anymore.
Then you're lucky because I didn't name drop. But what you're doing is bullshit.
I hope you see that, Doug. And everyone else, man, that thinks like exploiting the artists. Because the worst part is Rashid gets there and he does a music workshop on how you need to be professional in terms of making sure you know the business side of what you're doing. So these companies don't screw you over. That time, Rashid is getting screwed over.
If you can screw the experts, what more like ordinary artists, ordinary people?
Also, it goes back to having people in those positions that don't care.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. They want to tick the boxes. We did this and that, and then they get their money.
Yeah, there's folk, us included. We can do a workshop. We can make a workshop happen without having to spend too much money. And that will benefit the artists more than whatever they're doing.
The masterclass, we have like more than 100 workshops online.
That we've done online.
Yes.
We've also done some live as well. People can come out.
No, I'm saying every episode of the Masterclass podcast is a workshop.
I get you. It's exactly what we would do if we were schooling homies on
That's
how
why.
to handle the
That's why I went to this other workshop. This homie was talking my talk, like from the podcast, word for word, same examples. I'm like, yo, this guy has no shame.
Yeah, dog. Doesn't care. It's money for him.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
Speak. So I'm gonna plead with them as much as Rashid is complaining. Please hire the right people that are supposed to hire the panelists. Don't hire someone who just wants to make money. Hire someone who cares about this project and wants to see growth within whatever workshop you guys are doing, and growth in the people that attend these workshops, because they are the most important people. Not Rashid and the panelists. It's the people that come there, spend their money to come and listen to Rashid. Again, Rashid's not getting paid. He gives a lackluster performance. There's no one that benefits from that. It's just money being spent.
Next time they do that shit, I'm gonna name drop. I promise.
Facts. I feel like you should do it now, son.
Nah, it's all good.
You're lucky y'all got Rashid. I was going to call it out.
Yeah.
All right, I see you, Vane Station. Should we get into class then?
Let's get to class.
Let's get to class, man. All right, this week.
Yeah.
It was a topic we wanted to talk about last week.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about.
But we spoke too much shit before that.
Yeah.
This one is it's a conversation we've had, I think, not in detail before, but we've been speaking about this, man.
For sure.
We're speaking city versus city.
Yeah, city versus city. You know, there's hood versus hood in Durban going on. You know, township versus township. So, but there's been this talk like, yo, Durban versus PTA, blah blah, and this and that. On. You know,
I saw Black here as well. He was talking about it as well, about how he feels Durban and PTA have been holding it down, and that's the general chat, dog. Like, I don't really see anybody else talking about the North. You know?
I think. Usually they say KZN versus PTA, and KZN is the whole province, you know. Because if you say Durban, you are removing the Kwelas, you are removing the Big Zulus, you are removing the Javas, you are removing, because not every KZN artist is from Durban. Yes. Honestly speaking, you know. So that's why they always say KZN. That's the whole province.
I like that you brought that up. So now, does that mean we can't say PTA because PTA is not a province?
You can say PTA versus Durban, not versus KZN. You can't say city versus a province.
Yeah, but
it must be city to city.
Doing.
Yes, because they don't understand. Because they think of all these kids like Bokwelas, they thinking of Big Zulu. They're not from Durban, but they're from KZN. You know, Maraza is not from Durban, but is from KZN. You know, there's a lot of people in the industry that are from KZN, but not necessarily Durban. Okay. You know, so they try to squeeze those people in they can look strong.
Well, which they do look kind of stronger. If you're gonna get the whole province versus, you know, a city, of course you're gonna have probably more of quantity, but where does the quality come in here? I wanted to ask in terms of Jersey, because there's not a lot of people that can claim that they're fully from Jersey.
There's a lot.
No, I'm saying like from if you can date it back, you know, I'm from Jersey, but Soweto, Jersey, but
even Durban is
Jersey, but
all the cities are the same. If you people have this tendency like no one is from Jersey, that's bullshit. That's a lie. Joburg is older than some of the cities. Joburg was established in 1886 during the gold rush, you know, when other cities didn't even exist. So, like, everyone in the city came from the rural somewhere, you know.
Outside of
that
Jersey.
city, whether it's Pretoria or Durban or Johannesburg or Kimberley, people went there for work. You know, so it's a lie to say no one is from Jersey. You know, what causes that is that Jersey until today is the place to be in terms of entertainment, in terms of if you want to play soccer,
work.
If you want to work, the media, the SABC is here, Bomb Shelter is here, Eben Brew is here, Red Pepper is here. So in terms of the industry, people are still coming as if we just discovered gold. That's why people who are not from here, they think everyone is not from here, which is not true.
I hear a prime example actually of what you're talking about is someone like a Tyson Sabateli, where a lot of people think he's actually from
Pretoria,
PTA.
When in actual fact he's from Pietermaritzburg.
So then who do you rep then? That's my question. Is like, if I'm saying I'm repping my city, What city? Because you're killing it in Joburg.
No,
I
the
would
thing
put
is,
Tyson as like a Joburg rapper now.
No, the thing is, it's up to you. It's up to you. I can't say. I'm from Togoza originally. That's where I grew up. I can't now say I'm representing the suburbs because I live there now.
Yeah, you live in the south now.
Yeah. So I'm saying I'm represent. No, it's not where you at. It's where you from. You know, and what you represent. You know,
Can you? And I'll make an example. Can you choose to adopt a city? So, for instance,
yeah.
Nori, Drink Champs. He's from like Queens.
Yeah, he's
or
from
something,
Queens.
right?
Yeah.
But now he claims Miami full on. You know what I mean? Like you'd swear that's what he reps. Even though he does, obviously, everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
But like he claims.
People like rappers have been doing that. You know, a lot of people think AKA is from Jersey when it's from Cape Town,
which is crazy.
You know, when you listen to Run Josie, it's 3 niggas not from Josie, all of them. KO is from Mpumalanga. Younger Chief is from Queenstown in the Eastern Cape, AKA originally from Cape Town. So those are people who can say, okay, I'm here.
I'm this. I'm representing this.
I'm that. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Are we gonna allow that? Do we allow that, or do we make it? You know, we make it strict and we say if you're from Cape Town, and you move to Joburg for a better life, like you're saying, most people.
It's easy to say you represent Josie, but now when we get down to it, which hood? If you're saying you represent Durban, then you must say Kwamashu, Umlazi, Inanda. You know, it's easy to say I represent Durban 031. You know, because even if you're from Guanongom or Bergville, you can say Durban. No, nobody knows which hood you're from.
Right. I think to make it easier, like they used to do this quite a lot. I think maybe they still do. What about using or ripping your area code? Ripping wherever when we dial you up
you
kind of
can.
thing. Because I mean, it makes more sense if I'm from the 031, that covers everywhere.
You know, in America in the 80s, everyone when you rap, you say your name, your crew, where you're from.
And your area
that's how the name A Tribe Called Quest came about.
Word.
You know, the name of the crew was Quest. You know, so Q-Tip grabbed the mic. My name is Q-Tip from a tribe called Quest, all the way from Queens. You know, and then someone who is an MC like, no, from now on you're A Tribe Called Quest, not just Quest, because it sounded nice when he said I'm from A Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? So everyone would say his name, his crew, his hood.
Now we don't know which hood niggas is
and now we don't know which hood niggas is because they always want to claim the coolest hood or the coolest city.
Now that we've sort of established the foundation of how you can do a city versus city, especially here. Because if we're saying city versus city, how are we looking at it? Are we looking at PTA versus KZN or PTA
KZN
versus
is not a city.
But hold up. We've just established that. Right? But now we need to look at it so we can put rapper versus rapper. Or like, movement versus movement.
We need uniformity. What we do on the left, we should do on the right. We cannot take a city and verse it against the whole province.
Why not, though?
Yeah?
Why not, if that makes for more interesting, maybe like even just the raps we're going to get from that.
That's trying to accommodate people. That's trying to say we don't have enough rappers in Durban, so we'll make it a provincial thing. Why don't you make it a provincial thing?
Maybe they don't have enough in PTA.
Wait.
I mean, Gauteng with Josie and PTA and the Val.
Josie, like Gauteng has more than enough. Like the East Rand alone, Ekurhuleni, they can take anyone in South Africa. Anyone. Because we can bring Touchline, Pretty Ugly. We bring Frank Casino. We bring Shane Eagle. We bring Sizu Alakine. We bring Kane Kid. We bring...
You see,
like,
but that's
like the Eastern can kill anyone.
But that's like a metropole, right? So it's like
no, it's a city of Ekurhuleni.
So the whole of all those places, because those guys come from different places in the city.
But it's nobody came. Even every city, there's people from Mamelodi, there's people from Peli, there's people from Sosha, even in Pretoria.
So if we're in Gauteng, we're looking at it as in you have the 4 northeast, southwest of Johannesburg, and then you have PTA. Where do
Tshwane, it's also a city. Yeah, it's also a city and
Sosha,
a metro.
Mamelodi, all those guys will then be put into the
Pretoria.
PTA.
PTA, yeah.
Everyone from the north of Joburg, from the south of Joburg, from the east and west, they are all part of Johannesburg.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Then you have the Val.
Ah, man, you see that like opens it up a bit more.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's why it's easier to do city to city than province to province. Province to province, it's going to be problematic because like East Rand alone, you already have 10 top-notch speeders.
Yeah, but I prefer province over province than city versus city.
But how many people?
That's what I'm saying.
Who are you gonna leave out?
That's what you gotta do now.
Let's do city to city.
Look at it like this.
Look. We already. Let's not skip steps. We already have hood versus hood. Let's take it to city before you get into provinces. You know, you can't just play for a national team without playing.
Yeah, but we've already established that. Like
Yeah.
you're saying, in your local region,
Yeah.
there's gang rappers from the east, there's gang rappers from
You
the
need
west.
to be- yeah,
there's
you need
gang
to be
rappers
the-
from the Val. Nah?
Yeah.
Let me finish the point. Now, if we've got gang niggas already, we know who's
Yeah.
hot. So why don't we I'm not saying skip the step, but like let's move forward so that we can really find out who's who. So you go to your to your Jozi, I'll go to Tshwane, and then I'll find the 5 hot niggas who will compete with 5 hot niggas. That makes more
I
sense
think
to me.
when you before you go to a province, start with the city. It's gonna be easy when you go for province.
But niggas have already done that, is what I'm saying.
No, they haven't.
Most niggas have.
They haven't.
If you're saying you can fetch
No,
so many people from
I'm
the
saying
east.
I'm saying we haven't had Pretoria versus Jozi or Pretoria versus. We haven't had that. I'm saying let's start there. So it's gonna be easy for the national coach to choose
Yes.
a provincial team. You know, okay, these are the 3 hot rappers from Pretoria. These are the 3 hot rappers
But
from
don't
the
we know
Val.
that already?
Yeah?
Don't we know that already?
We don't.
I think we do. Dog.
No,
Like, you can call out
no,
3
no,
Tswana
that's-
rappers that are
no,
super hot
like
right now.
Being there is different from hit song. It's not like, okay, because I have a hit song, I'm gonna go on stage and perform Sosh Plata and win. It doesn't work like that in a competition.
Exactly.
It
But
doesn't
now-
work like, so you can't say, we already have 3 rappers with hot song. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to go there, kill niggas on stage with the performance, with everything, and then it
But
doesn't
then
work
I-
like.
I feel like you're being unfair, dog. Like you kind of taking away from some of the hard work some of these niggas have already done.
The hard work must. The
Someone
thing is, you've never been to
For
hood.
instance,
You've
hear me
never
out.
been.
Can I finish
wait,
my
wait,
point?
wait.
Let me finish my
I'm saying.
point.
I'm saying. You talking this from. You've never seen it happen. You've never been to hood versus hood. You need to experience it. You know. You need to see an unknown nigga killing a nigga with a popular song, with the famous song. So you cannot just say, okay, I'm going to choose these 5 niggas with popular songs. No, they need to go there and prove themselves.
That doesn't happen in one sitting, is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
So, for instance, someone like Maclera Doughboy.
Yes.
If we saying, okay, Maclera is from the Northwest, and we all know he's probably the best artist out of the Northwest currently, at the moment, right? My man, let me finish my point. point.
Yeah.
And now you want him to jump on stage with Simpiwe from the same hood. We don't know Simpiwe from above soap. Let's say he has a better performance than Maclera. Doesn't mean he's better.
I'm saying it's up to them who they choose. If it's Maclera versus the Val. If Maclera is Klerksdorp, if Klerksdorp loses against the Val because
you guys chose
no, because Maclera didn't want to participate, he thought he was too big. It's their problem.
No, but that's you speaking a hypothetical now.
No, I'm saying you can't say I'm a big artist. I can't go versus an unknown
he can't
rapper.
say that. He can't say
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
what
what
I'm
saying
saying
to you as someone who's watching. You know,
it's
who
not
are the hottest
it's
niggas
not about
in
proving yourself.
certain hoods.
It's
It's
about
not about proving yourself.
Yeah,
You've
it's
done
about
that
defending your city.
for years.
It's like
You've done
saying
it for years.
It's like saying my city is dope, and I'm gonna prove it, and I'm gonna show you.
And I rep my city.
Yes, and
You
I
know what
rap
mean?
my city.
So I'll be there with anyone from my city.
Yes.
If they want to go at me. But even those niggas in that city know who's the hottest nigga because he's worked 5 years to establish himself as one of the best to come out of that place. We can't now just put on speech because
And we cannot assume that the most famous niggas are the hottest niggas.
No, we're not. We're not saying
Yeah.
that. We're not saying popularity.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is there are artists who have been working at this thing from different hoods.
Yes.
Now we're gonna leave out someone from Daviton who's been killing it as a rapper over some new nigga from Straight View.
Yeah, you're gonna leave them out if you go for a province. But if you go city by city, hood by hood, you're going to accommodate everyone. After that, after filtering that, you know, okay, who qualifies for the provincial level.
You're making this so hard, man.
No, it's not so. It's that easy. You can't skip
you're
steps.
making it
You
tough.
can't skip steps, bro.
You're making it tough because,
You can't skip.
I mean, how long are we going to
Okay,
do this
okay.
for?
What do you say? What, like, you're choosing for GP, right? How do you justify choosing Pretty Ugly over Muchin?
You have to justify it by the
You don't
accomplishment.
have to. They must go on stage.
And then we choose. Yes, we can do that.
Yes,
We
they
can
must
do
go
that.
on stage. You can't
can
not
definitely do that.
pinpoint and say, okay, I choose 1, 2, 3. No.
So now, same thing with if I'm doing Josie and I put Aries and Muchin on stage, and then Muchin has a better.
No, that's Pitori. That's not Josie.
I'm Gauteng. Orange, we're doing city to city.
Yeah.
My head is at province to province.
Yeah.
So whatever city they from, they're going up. Because I mean, they are Twan.
They Tshwane, Pretoria, 1012, whatever. Yeah, that.
So if we all know Reese, mad following, he's got proof of concept.
Yeah.
He's done this thing for years. Are we going to like make him perform against everybody from his hood when we already know that he's gonna,
let me tell you.
he's gonna rip us
Let me
best?
tell you how this thing works. So, they choose the coaches or the captains from different hood or from different city. If I'm saying you're the captain of Josie, you're the coach, you're the Bruce of Bafana, you choose your own Bafana. You decide who's gonna be on your team. We have nothing to do with who they choose in Pretoria. We have nothing to do with who they choose in Durban.
Yeah.
Their coach is going to choose his own team. Say, okay, this is my team. I'm going to face Cape Town.
And I do you think that's a hard thing for the coach to do? I don't think it's difficult. We have
Yes,
we have at least 3 hot artists in every city in South Africa that come from that city.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they know. They got other killers that are not famous, that they know. If you choose a coach from Durban, he knows who's lethal in Durban but not popular. So that's why you get a guy from there to choose the squad.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I've been trying to say. Dog,
Yeah.
is that we don't have to sit through and watch everyone perform to see.
No,
you're
that's
gonna
why
sound
I'm
better
saying.
Than a Reese on
That's
the
why
tape.
that's why I'm saying I've seen the procedure, how they do it on hood versus hood. We can apply the same method on city versus city or province versus province. Choose the coach choose your team.
We know we're doing this then. I think it's time to implement, Chief.
But
We've got the strategy.
It's time to implement. We just need to.
Let's get some money behind it.
Let's get this money and talk to like few role players from different
It
cities.
could be a big deal. So now when it comes, let's say the coaches have chosen their teams. Now what do we have to do to prove that this city is better than the other city?
They go like
They're gonna
that's
what?
why
They're
that's
gonna
why I'm
rap?
saying that's why I'm
Or
saying
they're
if
gonna-
you've been to hood versus hood, you'd understand that they choose 10 rappers from here and 10 rappers from here, 1 against 1. Okay, you lose 1-0. Another one, you win 1-1 until put the score together, and then maybe at the end of the game, the score is like a 6-4.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
It's hey, because sometimes
You can
also,
win,
like,
you
we're
can
looking
win,
at-
you can win, but you're from the losing team. It's
Yeah, I
like
get you.
it's like scoring a goal, but your team still loses.
I get you, but it's kind of, for me, it kind of complicates it a little bit because then now, what if one of those artists is having a bad day, and then you're done. You're done. Like then we just say
it's
your
like in
city's
soccer. If Sundowns has a bad day, you can't.
So we just say you trash.
You lose on your bad day. You
knock
lose.
out. You knock out right now.
On your bad day you lose. No
is that the best way to
justification.
establish the best city though?
Yeah.
Because like I'm saying again, at the end of the day, as someone like a Reese going up against like a Nasty, you got his city, Nasty City versus PTA, and then like what must they do to prove that they better, because they both quite dope. Is it maybe
you can be dope. You can be dope, and on the day and select a wrong song. No.
Yeah.
Song selection matters.
That can happen too.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that. So it's the decision you make on the day that determines whether you win or not.
Okay, that's for competition.
That's for competition purposes.
But like for, let's say, in general conversation, how do we establish the best?
You cannot.
Like on paper, we can.
Or
like,
you cannot. Even the awards,
1, 2, 3, 4.
even the awards have failed to say, this one is better than this one. People will always.
So every time we put these things up and we do this, it's just for our entertainment.
Yeah,
it's always subjective. It's like I'm saying, if you're having a good day, Sheet, and I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
But we're both on the same level. We've got same amounts of fans. We've got same streams, whatever.
Yeah.
I could lose that battle. But does that mean my city is trash?
No. Because you were alone. You were not. But if you were a crew, like it's a whole squad from the city.
Yeah.
I cannot stand alone and say what I'm doing. If I lose, my city loses. If I win, no.
So with city versus city, then, right?
Yeah.
What happens when you get into a situation like we have, where you have the East Side, where there's thousands of killers in terms of rappers or like artists who are dope from the East, right? And they maybe amount to 20 of them that we all know are dope.
Yeah.
But there's only 3 in PTA that we know are better than all 20 of these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do we measure it quantity-wise? Are we going to say the more rappers you have in your city that are dope is better than having 1 or 2 that are dope? If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, look, it's you can say this city has a lot of dope rappers.
Yeah.
And then this city
has
one really dopest rapper.
They have a proverb about a Kimberly. Who body a lot of people from.
Yeah, it happens. That Compton doesn't have a lot of dope rappers, but you have this one Kendrick killing the whole country.
The whole country.
There's
better rappers in New York, Atlanta.
That's quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's what. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at?
We're looking at
when
the
we're
score.
judging.
We're looking at the score.
You only have one representative from.
Then they will lose 9-1. He will win, and they will lose 9-1.
That means that city is out.
Yes.
The East is done. Whatever city that one person represents. Okay, I like that. So it's not about having dope murderers in your city.
Yeah.
It's about that 1, 2, 3, 4 people that your coach will put in your team.
Yeah.
That everybody in that hood can trust to go and win this thing.
You know what I mean?
All right. So for you, which cities have you been looking at lately, thinking these kids have got something wherever they're coming from? Where would
I think obviously Durban, Joburg, and Pretoria right now. They can other cities, yes, but in terms of what's happening right now on the mainstream, people that are visible, people that we can see and hear, it's Durban, Joburg, and Pretoria.
So the people that all of us can undoubtedly say they are on top of their cities is because they're in our faces, their music is popping, they are on charts, some of them, and
it doesn't mean they will win against Cape Town or PE. They might get killed by niggas you don't know.
Who are killing it in their cities.
Yes.
Okay. I hope that can happen. I think for me, I do like, obviously, general consensus is PTA for me. KZN is KZN, so I don't even know where some of the homies cities are from. You know, so if I say Durban, I don't really know if all of them are from Durban. So it's really
most of them are from Durban. The Blackies, the Nasties, the Lucas Raps.
Usmamane and them, they from
Usmamane Durban, Tony Dayimane Durban. They have like
so then Durban is
enough. You
So
know,
outside of Bo, Big Zulu, and most Java, most of these new cats that are doing well this year are from Durban, not KZN.
except for
Durban.
Except for Quellas.
The Quellas are from where?
From somewhere in KZN, but not in Durban.
They're not from Durban.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get that. But they also, I think they've had a great year.
Yeah, they had a great year.
I'm very happy to see Ziggy ×4 from Cape Town representing quite well this year. He had a nice banger, that song that he did with McLaren and Pretty Ugly. So I like to see that there is an emerging artist that can be commercial like a youngster CPT in 2024, you know. So Cape Town's been nice to see. I want to see McLaren bring out some more Northwest homies, man. Think that Mafikeng, you know, not Mtswako necessarily, but just people from there. We need more of that vibe, dog. We can't just have one nigga that we speak about coming from there. But they have the potential. They just need
we need more. I don't think they do have, with this Mtswako thing, maybe they're not getting the platforms or the exposure. Because I was looking at Maftan Heights. It's still the same old Caspers, Morafi,
the lineup.
The lineup. Like the Fifi Coopers. I'm trying to look like what's
new.
The current generation of Mtswako. What's the future of Mtswako? I don't see that.
There's not a lot. That's what I'm saying. So that side is slacking in terms of city versus city. It's tough for us to find anyone we can pinpoint. I saw they had like a McLaren lineup on the same lineup.
The new Tswako.
The new Tswako. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, eish, even there, you're still calling.
So that's
with 25K.
Yeah, like Sipitori, the PTA, like squeezing it in under Mtswako.
Under Mtswako, you know. All right. Those are the cities for me, dog. I think in the comment section, give us your city that you guys think should be going up against each other. Rashid's giving PTA the W for this year, even though he's a KZN boy.
Who? Me, KZN boy.
You always at Hood versus Hood with Zako and them.
Yeah, to
so
support.
You fuck with them more.
Nah, never that. Like never that. I'm everywhere. I'm in PTA. I'm in Cape Town. So I'm about SA hip hop. But
zero favoritism.
I'm not a Pretoria boy. I'm a Josie boy. I'm not a KZN boy. I'm a Josie boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think this thing that we're talking about right now, because obviously whenever we speak verses, niggas are like, why you always like to put everyone against everyone? It's always who did this, who killed who. Do you think something like this is good for SA hip hop right now, or we should all just be kumbaya?
It's good. No, it's good. This is what SA hip hop needs. You know, you need to be creative and think out of the box.
Yeah,
and bring excitement to the game.
And we don't have to be friends. You know what I mean? Like y'all just scheme each other from different hoods for a feature. Whereas there's probably someone in your hood that can do that for you real easy, real quick, and you might even have a better song.
You know what I mean?
So fuck the kumbaya for now. Let's have fun with this thing, man. Like city versus city, I'm up for it. But not for too long. I'm moving to province soon, though. I got to. Like we gotta look at province versus province. We only have 9 of them. I think that's easier to do.
Yeah, that's easier. It's hard for the coaches. It's easy admin for the organizers. But if you have the whole province to choose 10 rappers, you're gonna leave people out.
Some shit. It's controversial. You get the blood going. I like that, man. I like that. And if they leave you out, hardy, you know, it was a choice made by your fans, not by us. We won't tell you you're dope, bro. We know if you're dope. You don't have to tell us. Anyway, let's get into free period. Don't forget to leave your comments in terms of city versus city. We want to know. We want to know which city you think is the shit. And also, if there's someone in your hood you think is dope, can represent your city, drop us a link. Let's go check out his stuff.
Let's check him out.
Hit the comments with the link. Even if it's your link, we'll go peeps it during the week next week.
Yo, what's good people? My name is Rashid K, the HNIC. You already know. We handle the Masterclass podcast, Youthquake, and the HNIC Castle, all under the Masterclass network on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to advertise on any of these 3 podcasts, you can hit us up. You know, you can also book us to come and host events. We also do public speaking, music workshops, and music conferences. You can book any of the presenters on the Masterclass podcast, the HNIC, or the Youthquake. If you want to advertise on any of these 3, hit us up. We're available for business. Thank you. rappers, we have Blue Pappi.
Blue Pappi from the Quells.
From the Quells. Yeah.
Blue Pappi. Haven't
I
we
think
done
it's-
Pappi Pop? No, we did.
No,
Sassy.
I think it's the fourth nigga we profiling from the Quells now.
I think we're probably gonna do them all. eventually. We're gonna get. I mean,
know.
if they're all individually dope in their own spaces,
Yeah.
it would be nice to see them one by one. As I always say,
giving
like,
a spotlight to each and every one of them.
I always say this about this group dynamic is that there's always some that are sounding or feeling or looking or moving better than the others in the crew. And people like Blue Pappi are doing that.
Yeah.
You know? When you start seeing niggas branch off and sounding nice without you, you probably feel away, dog. You can see this kid is gonna.
No,
do
but
something.
what I like about them is that everyone is doing they dropping solos, solo projects.
But some are better than others. Some are better than others.
That's
Gonna
subjective. That's subjective, because I might prefer one, you might prefer the other. So imagine if they were sounding the same.
They kind of do, some of them. There's like bites of each other there in the crew.
No, but like you hear that they're different when they go solo. On the same song, you somehow struggle to hear who's who.
Yeah.
But soon as
He's
they
one man.
drop their like full body of work, you get to understand, okay, so this is this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blue Pappi is one of those, man.
Blue Pappi is one of
He
those.
can get you out of the crew in terms of, I like this nigga.
Yeah.
So I like his stuff. It's very, the vernac, he uses a lot of vernac in his bars, which
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy. And the slang, man, I like that vibe that the homies have in the music.
Yeah.
Blue Pappi, I think he also produces, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he
for the
does.
crew. So big shout out to him, man. He is our free period artist.
Blue Pappi,
Of
we see
episode
you. We
137.
see you.
Yeah, let's hope he's like still with the crew. Next Back to the City. I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of these guys from Quellas doing their single thing at Back to the City next year.
If they doing wonderful things, so we won't ignore them.
Yeah, you can't. You can't ignore these kids. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the downfall, but I'll be there as a shoulder to cry on.
Producer, we have K Faith, female producer from Cape Town.
Word. Been producing as
Been
well.
producing. She's a rapper too.
I know more from the music in terms. I didn't know that she was a producer.
Yeah, she's a dope producer. Pushing the Upstart movement, hip hop that side. She's been like holding it down.
Yeah, and she can make different kinds of sounds too.
Yeah,
she's not just like in Cape Town. There's the big drill movement right now.
Yeah.
She can do that. If you wanted to make you some soulful like Lord Keys type of stuff, she can do that as well. So I like her stuff.
A shout out to her, man. We don't have a lot of female producers.
Nah. Even last week when we met the other lady when we left from shooting.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, man, I just make beats and I produce. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, they're coming in slowly.
Need more of that, bro.
We need more of that.
Everybody wants to jump on the mic.
Shout out to K Faith. I hope you host these workshops for young girls to become future producers.
Yeah, dog.
You know what I mean?
And I hope they pay you at these workshops.
They better pay you.
I hope you get paid. All right. Review. Let's quickly review the album.
Tony Dayimane.
I wanted to pull out the track list.
Tony Dayimane, Red October.
Red October.
Mm-hmm.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Tony Dayimane, I think this is like, it's been anticipated, this album or EP?
It's an album.
Full on?
Yeah, full on album. He dropped an EP.
Yeah.
Now
the EP was crazy.
Yeah, now this is his debut album.
Yeah, man, what do you think of the album?
I think the album is proper. Not the best this year.
Okay.
It's proper album. There's tracks that I like. And I think one thing that wasn't done properly is sequencing. The track listing.
Really? You didn't like that?
Yeah, sometimes it throws you off.
I kind of...
No, sometimes you feel like, this track should have been here. Like it doesn't...
How did you listen to? Did you listen top to bottom?
Top to bottom. Like I always listen like that, because other people plan their project how they flow.
Yeah, I like this, dog. I felt like he tried to structure it. I do hear where you say it throws you off, but I feel like it's more about the sound. But the story is pretty much because you have the introduction, then he tells you where he's from.
Yeah.
Then he tells you what he wants in life, this rap thing with that Wishlist song. you know, and then like he moves constructively for a debut album, right?
Yeah, debut album.
Yeah, I think it was I don't think it's his best work, but it's the best for now.
Yeah, no, it's a dope album, but I believe he can do better.
He will.
He can do better.
I like the way that he's moving, dog.
Like
he didn't give us all these bangers or whatever, or give us everything that, you know, we feel like we should be topping charts with this or number one on iTunes.
Yeah.
This is just my intro album.
Yeah.
Y'all better wait for the music I'll be featuring on, everything else.
And I like the synergy of him and Usmamane.
Yeah, that's
you know, Usmamane
they go together. They go
appears
together
on 2 tracks. Maybe someday they'll give us a collabo project.
like basically they've got so many songs already that are out that we can just compile those. But I enjoyed some of the features on the album.
Yeah.
Not too many though, which is pretty cool to see for your.
Yeah, there's OK Malum Cool Cat on the
album.
project. There's Questa there. Smamane, obviously. There's Mobiazo. There's MT on Trappy Party. I like that track.
Who's it dropped by this album? Is it independent?
It says 83 Management.
Which is probably them, man. Or who's 83?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's them. All right, big shout out to Smamane, Red October.
Shout out to Red October.
That one will keep you nice and busy for a drive, yo. You'll enjoy it. And the bars and the flows. The nigga got flow for decades. You know, he's got bars for decades.
Yeah, he's here. He's here to stay.
The switch up from English to vernac is effortless. Like it's an easy listen. But you know that whole Durban, the whole KZN niggas sounding alike. I heard quite a little bit of that in this album as well. Y'all like to say inspired. I don't know, but
whatever you call it, influence, inspiration.
But yeah, some of y'all sound like Usmamane, and Usmamane sounds like some of y'all on these joints, which I don't know how you look at it, but overall, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
All right, you got it. Give it your rating after you bumped it. Let us know if we capping or we stupid. We gotta go. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Summers are happening. I hope
We'll come back with the results next week.
With better moves. Peace.